Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Six Underground, and this movie is directed by Michael Bay, and it stars Ryan Reynolds, and it was just on Netflix, and I decided just to watch it because I couldn't think of anything better to watch, and I thought this movie was pretty bad. It was not engaging in any way whatsoever, and while watching it, I was kind of hoping that it would be kind of fun, like my favorite movie from Michael Bay, that being Bad Boys 2 out of everything that I've seen. And Bad Boys 2, while not great, it was kind of fun and I could watch that movie again. Whereas a lot of his other movies, I just don't have any reason to come back to them. And the characters in this movie were really bland and just uninteresting, and there was nothing to like about them. And Ryan Reynolds, I didn't think he did that great of a job. He was just playing Ryan Reynolds. And his character was really weak, and that didn't help also. And the action in this movie was completely unimpressive, and there were way too many cuts, and I could barely tell what was going on at certain points. Like, the opening action scene of this movie was really bad. I could barely tell what was going on. Lots of close shots, fast cutting. Characters are supposedly driving really fast. Sometimes it gets slow motion, and it's just all this information. It's just being poured into you, and it doesn't work. And you're just thrown into the action, and none of the characters are really developed. You learn what they're called, like they're called numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is it. And this movie really does not open strong, and as it goes along, it gets a tiny bit better, mostly because those issues that I've had with the film, they're not as present throughout the rest of the movie, but it doesn't really make the movie that much better. And there's some really bad comedy in this movie whenever it does have comedy, and the movie takes itself very seriously, and there's hardly any joy to be had. On one hand, I kind of like that about the movie because I'm not forced to listen to a bunch of cringeworthy humor. But on the other hand, that doesn't really help the movie all too much because it's like an action movie, and you kind of want to like these characters to see. You want them to have like charisma, like something to like about them, but there's nothing like that in this movie. It's just a straightforward action movie, and that's all you get. And this movie is very soundtrack heavy, like a lot of Michael Bay movies, and I didn't like any of the songs, and the music I didn't like either because it just sounded like bland stock music, and it never once helped out the movie. And I did feel as though this movie was too long. It's like slightly over 2 hours, and it could have been an hour and a half, honestly, and I would have been fine with it. I feel like I say that about a lot of movies. They're just too long, but they are. It is really hard to find that perfect balance between not too long or not too short, but just right there. Perfect. You didn't need anything else. But this movie, there wasn't really anything that I really liked about it. I've seen worse, which is why I'm not going to give it like a 1 out of 10, but at the same time, I should expect better at this point. There are so many action movies out there that I think they're much better than this. The action is better, like John Wick, for example. The action is great, the characters are well defined, and you can see everything clearly. It's not overly edited, and a lot of the choices made in the film complement the film also, and it's also very well paced, and just about every scene in that movie, it doesn't feel like filler, and it just delivers everything you want from an action movie, whereas this movie does not do any of those things, and because of that, it just it feels like I wasted 2 hours of my day. So unfortunately, I cannot recommend that you check this movie out. It's not good, it's boring, it's stupid, and it basically offered me nothing that I haven't seen in any other movie before. So skip this movie whenever you come across it, and with all that being said, I'm going to give Six Underground a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of 6 Underground and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Taken. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.